Hey, welcome everybody to Friday Night at the Crib. This is Open Mic. There's a link on your right-hand side in case you would like to join the show. We got some space at this point, and glad to invite you. It's for the community to discuss any, tips, tricks, things you don't like that are going on in the game. I think we're going to be talking about Bounty, and I'm hoping during the show we're going to get potentially September's calendar and what's going to be going on next week. But let me go ahead and introduce everybody from left to right. Raptor.
Hello.
Hey, Raptor. And Magic Mike.
Hey, hello, everybody.
And Ben.
Hello, everyone.
And this is Hefe. So I assume everybody's participating in Bounty. How did you feel about the, I don't know what you would call it, but the fact that the communication from Kixeye was this is going to be just like last Bounty, and then they reduced all our daily charges by 1, and you couldn't tell this until after you entered.
Oh, they did do that then.
Yeah. They reduced it by 1, but all the information beforehand was it's status quo, and then afterwards it's because before you sign up, it doesn't show how many charges you have. It says 0 daily charges.
Right.
And so that's what they've done. They reduced all the charges by 1. But all the communication we got beforehand was that this is same as last rate.
Well, that answers that question then, because when I first started, I looked and I said, well, how do I already have 4? I said, I didn't use 1. So that answers that question. I must have missed that one.
So, so how's everybody doing? And how many? I didn't like it. I thought they should have communicated that prior to people joining, but whatever. I don't think it's helpful when they don't communicate things to people, and then they're asking us to trust them on other things, to do things properly. When this was like an easy thing to tell us, they want us to trust us on the. No, that's not. Loretta, I'm not saying the charges carried over. It's the fact that I'm saying they reduced the charge per day by 1 relative to the last rate.
Yep.
And that was announced after the bounty started by another CM. I forget his name. He's only posted a couple of times. But I'm sorry, that sort of threw us off topic. But as far as like trusting us with we're going back to the 3-month raid cycle with 2 hauls again. And we're asked to trust them on that. And, whatever. So how's everybody's raid going?
It's a grind.
Oh yeah, definitely a grind.
Yes, very
Doing fair, but it's a grind.
Okay.
It's really not fun.
No, not really. I just been autoing from my phone all day from work, so worked out pretty good.
How does that do for damn? I mean, are you autoing from the BP app, or are you autoing from like?
I'm doing the Puffin.
Okay.
Auto there, yeah.
Okay. And how is that doing for damage? Because you told me you were getting 70s,
I don't know,
80s, and 90s.
It's probably not that great, but I can get like 10K and secure, and then basically fix my 6 ships. It's like for 6 hours. Kind of sucky, but I just forget about it and then come back and just repeat. Yeah,
because that's a little bit like playing with fire, because unless you have a big tablet, it's you're doing it from your phone, because some of the high 80s and low 90s have a lot of the corrosive turrets in there. Unless you're running like, I'm not sure what fleet you're running, but that could be a little bit dangerous as far as just walking in and just getting killed, because I've run into that problem where I'm trying to run a MSC fleet and I get a little bit of lag, and I'm already entered in, and then my ships are dead because
Wow.
I entered in and I got lagged and I got fired at by the Draconian Scattergun 2, which will kill your MSCs in a blink of an eye.
Huh. Wow. No, I guess I've been lucky. I mean, I just been autoing the 70s, 80s, and 90s. I just haven't had a problem with that. I had have a problem with my fleet's just doing like a 360 in the middle of the base. It doesn't know whether to go outside or inside once in a while. Not all the time, but once in a while, it's like, why is it taking so long to kill this base? And you go back and they're just doing circles in there, and you just point it toward the base and and you're good.
Yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, autoing. I'm not sure if it's a tactic that these players intentionally use. Like they're tired of getting because they're lower level bases that normally do that. And I always found it amusing because it's looking at one thing to shoot at, and because the bends and the channel and whatnot. By the time they get almost to that, it finds another target that's slower or that's closer and starts going the other way. Yeah, and goes in circles.
Yeah,
and I'm not sure if these guys are doing it intentionally or it's just something just coincidental with their build.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like every once in a while you'll have that happen. But I have found I put a couple of them drone modules on a couple of the holes, and that really seems to help with the outside stuff because it seems like the drones go for the outside stuff and the ships go inside, and it seems to hurry that whole kind of process along, which helps because it's a grind.
Okay.
Have you used any of them Haymaker drones at all? Like on your...
I was at one point using them defensively, but I haven't really been using them offensively.
Work great both ways, I think. I mean,
yeah, there's a little bit of both with each because I've noticed if you go through Scourge bases that have the C-Web on, they don't have all of the slow resistances and whatnot that your normal ships have. So if they're forced to go through C-Webs, the ships are going through first.
Yeah.
And they're, because now they're getting slowed down by 75% while the rest aren't. And so your ships go through and your drones are lagging behind and not really doing too much.
No. That's what I had like good success with is my drones are going on the outside and my ships are going on the inside when I'm autoing. So it's, I don't know, that's pretty cool. Just hurries that whole process along. I haven't had the problem with the drones going through the Scourge.
And you're just running regular MSCs and something.
Yeah, MSCs. I got an Onslaught in there. I got an Impacted Cruiser. I got a Poseidon Mallard. All skulled.
Okay. And I know Mike, you're mostly running Gluts, right?
I'm using Singlet's because I don't have a good base hitting fleet.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah.
The problem is they don't drive well, and you better not surface.
No.
And you can't go in the ones with the web. So otherwise, it's fun and games. Every now and then I try with my one sloth fleet that's got an MSC lead, and sometimes that doesn't work out good for me.
It's not really ballistic.
Yeah. Well, that's a tricky part with the sloths is that I've noticed this. I haven't brought my sloths into targets and a couple bounties just because the potential for lag, and the next thing you know, your sloths are dead if you have a little bit of lag because you get in at the same time that they're firing at you. You're not getting your 15-second countdown to see what's coming at you. And so I stopped taking that risk a while ago. I might try it again if I realize I'm not getting a lot of lag. But like I said, I've already lost a couple of fleets associated with lag, associated with the Draconian Scattergun 2 turrets. Has anybody noticed if the 3D hardware acceleration is working on these targets, or is it problematic?
Forever.
What?
Try it.
I haven't had it on since we had issues with it in Bounty.
Exactly. I haven't even tried it either. It was giving me more problems than it was good, so I just turned it back off.
The problem I'm having with the hardware acceleration on is seeing the gates, what gate it is, Other than that, it seems to run better for me with it on than with it off.
Is it not showing the gates when you have it on?
No, it's not.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, Tim in chat is in YouTube chat is saying the same thing. So, oh no! I think he's not. I think he's talking about something else. Okay, never mind. I think he's talking about his gluts getting killed by the corrosive turrets, and no sonar traps, but something sneaky got him. So I think he's talking about something else. I'm sorry. So George, how's your bounty going?
I've played once so far. It was grindy. I did happen to catch a couple of bases, which you have to one-shot them. I did have a chat with a couple of people in some of the bigger alliances and stuff, and I actually had somebody from KDE try me a couple times, and he was shocked. He sent me a message. He's like, "How come you didn't bank when because he prepped first?" I was like, "I'm gonna get it one way or another." I just waited until after you got 25% to bank. And he's like, "Oh, that's not a bad idea." I said, "Well, I mean, people friggin' did that. You're gonna get hit no matter what, right? So why screw everybody?" But no, some of the other alliances, I don't know that we've started doing this. I think we're just hitting bases, but I know a couple of other alliances, they're pairing up. So when when two players in each of the alliances get to about like $9 grand, they'll hit each other and bank. So that way they each get, 4,500 bounty, and they bank their 9. So they end up walking out with 13,000 bounty instead of the 9. So that I'm seeing that a lot more. A couple of people are like, "Oh, you guys trying this yet?" And I was like, "No, it's a pain in the ass." I mean, that's just. But yeah, it's people are trying to find the way around the stuff because this is just ridiculous.
Yeah, and if anybody in YouTube chat, I don't have a chance to constantly look at it. Let me know if we get the September calendar and the next week ahead look. Yep. Okay. Well, do we have much else to say about bounty? We're only 19 minutes in, and
I mean, I think everybody.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I think everybody knows it's just jacked. I mean, they could have done something to be proactive to at least make this somewhat entertaining or something instead of a grind fest, because we're going to be grinding for the next 12 days now, and they didn't change any mechanics. They didn't give us an armor. They didn't do anything.
Huh. Something really interesting in chat. He said if your dock gets taken out, it only takes 16 minutes to repair.
Oh, really? Mine didn't.
Okay. All right. I'm just making sure. My dock hasn't been taken out, so I don't know if they made some corrections to the game, because that would be cool if it was, a minimal repair for your dock, because they never announced the fact that they brought the base repair for the defenders down to 30 minutes for all of them and the curator, but all of them across the board. All the defenders have a base repair of 30 minutes now. So I thought it was, another undocumented feature. So I don't know. If somebody wants to take George's dock out live, we can document this.
I know mine doesn't. I mean,
okay. All right. I'm not sure whose dock we're going to take out live, but we will take out Raptors. But
who said the dock repairs in 16 minutes? I think that's a volunteer.
Well, Howard, he's not on. He's in the YouTube chat. Howard mentioned that.
I got hit.
Howard.
I got just before the show started, and my dock was 2 hours 16 minutes or something like that. I mean, so unless they changed it since then, I don't know.
Yeah.
If there's something that Howard did, like go into the map and back or something, if there's some little hinky trick, man, Send it on my way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm putting out the Hangouts in case anybody would like to join again. I mean, or you could try and take out Laredo's doc. He's online. His is still 2.5 hours. So I was doing the Reaver Tide when it happened. So I'm not sure, but that would be a cool thing, because I really think dock repair reductions need to be implemented as part of across the board, because players come in and like, okay, well now, if they get hit, they got 2.5 hours of damage, and that can impact other parts of the game. I mean, George doesn't like that other people don't like to get hit. And the issue with the way things are going now is the maximum of 4-hour bubble combined with all the other PvE content that requires your dock to be up and working.
And don't enter bounty.
Exactly. And that's why I think a lot of people wouldn't, if it wasn't the amount of necessary technology in the game that doesn't get released elsewhere. You'll say, well, it gets released in a couple of months in the raid. That's hasn't always been true. Maybe with the way they're
hold on, that's not what I'm going to say. I'd say, and I've said it since Bounty started, the next raid's fine.
But they don't. I mean, things like a lot of these turrets never got released in.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm more concerned about, we got Bounty. It's not like we have, we can't just go, hey, don't do Bounty. They're not going to listen to that. I want to see some sort of change. I mean, even remove the ability to guard. Because, I mean, for people throwing like a gunboat out and, you get rid of the gunboat, by the time you get in the base, they've already banked. What the hell?
Yeah, they need much larger fixes going on in that to get more, because they need to up participation. Because I think there's like, Mike, how many people in our sector have more than 1,000 bounty?
Gotta look.
Not many. I mean, participation continues to keep on dropping from what I can see.
More than 1,000? Well.
Yeah, more than 1,000. Because that basically, well, no. At this point, they've already checked in a couple of times.
There's 15 playing, and it goes from just like a couple of hundred, then to 1,600, and then it starts to go up.
Okay, how many have more than 1,600?
11, but that's only 1,700. If you say how many have more than 3,000, now you're talking only 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. So we get much larger participation in the raids than we do in bounty. So I think potentially the goal is to increase participation in some way of bounty if they want bounty to work. Because this is nothing like the raid numbers. The bounty numbers are way lower. So I don't know what to say. I mean, because George wants to make the rules harsher, which I think is going to decrease the participation, right?
They can, well, I mean, they can make them harsher, but there's got to be reward too. I mean, the whole point of it was to steal other people's bounty, but the way that they initially sold it was that there was going to be risk and there was going to be reward. Right now, there's zero risk and very little reward. Yeah. Unless you happen upon a base that you can pop in and crack real quick.
Exactly. Somebody went to bed with like 10K almost, and then they went to bed before they secured. That's the only way.
I mean, the thing is, they can make the rules harsher exactly the way that I want them to do it. They just have to have PvP balanced. Yeah. That's the underlying problem. That's the biggest problem of the whole thing.
I think somebody was right one time. They said, give it like 10 minutes within, when you can secure. That way they have a chance to actually get the bounty. Like 10 minutes, if you got drones in your base, there's 5 minutes, 10 minutes, then you got to get in the base. They should have something like that, and then you get the bounty. But, it's just, you can secure it instantly. It's like anybody online can do that. It's very easy. You see your base light up, and it's like, oh, secure. Okay, done.
Yeah, Rapper's an unusual fellow. He'll go to bed with 5,000 bounty.
No.
I'm not sure if you went to bed or passed out.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, because I look at your base sometimes, and there's like a huge amount unsecured.
Well, I guess I wasn't in bed yet.
Okay, all right.
You're just getting ready.
Yeah. So, all good.
I mean, what could they do? With the way PvP is right now, I mean, it's just ridiculous anyway. But if they come to some sort of balance, how would they? Because I know one time we were like, hey, if they're under, X amount of levels, right?
Mm-hmm.
You'll get your bounty, but they don't lose as much. Like there was a slide and scale type idea. We've had ideas. I mean, I've gone through so many bloody ideas with bounty now. I mean, the catch is every time that the conversation comes up, somebody wants to soften the PvP aspect. And, fundamentally, I think that's flawed because it is PvP. I mean, if you want to do PvP and it's going to be a PvP environment, then yeah, great. And if they actually put, like, say, turrets and defensive stuff just in raid and only the offensive stuff in bounty, then I have no problem with them waiting a month to release it again. But they've got to get to the point where PvP is balanced enough where people have a chance. Like, they've got to be able to do more than just scratch the fleet. And I think part of the underlying issue with that is just the horrendous balance that they have right now with the turrets and with the friggin' fleets and everything.
Yeah, I mean, that's a huge part of it. And then the fact that they've, like we've talked about since the beginning, or at least I have talked about since the beginning of Bounty, is change all the rules as far as PvP, as far as like, damage protection is the big one. As far as set up.
Well, I mean, that one we've said though. I mean, you can either do the dock, instant repair that weekend, or you can do like the whole base, 2 coins and it's repaired. I mean, people would coin the fuck out of that.
Yeah, well, they haven't done any of that stuff, or just lower the repair time. So because we have stuff that takes 9 hours to repair, and we have a maximum 4-hour bubble. And they did a great job, I think, with lowering the repair time, the base repair times on the defenders, as opposed to being, because last time it was 11 hours combination of dock repair time and your tier 7 defenders. It was 11 hours to repair them, but you only had a 4-hour bubble. And it's just that's assuming you were online, right? It could be a 20-hour repair if you're sleeping or something. So there's some things in there that once you go to Bounty, it really changes PvP, and I'm not sure exactly how you fix it. I mean, there's different ways to do it, but it really changes the PvP game once you get into Bounty. Once you take a bubble from 36 hours to 4 hours.
Oh, yeah.
And GDaddy is #1 in Bounty this sector.
Yeah.
Hey, what's going on here? What sector are you in, GDaddy? I'm sorry. Go ahead, everybody.
In my sector, we got 86 with over 1,000, but to get to the 5,000 mark, there's 52 people, I think, with more than 5,000.
Okay.
And the sector I'm in is usually a pretty busy sector, but it's still nothing like the regular raids.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see. I haven't looked at the site that deals with participation levels in a while, but it would be curious to see like raid versus bounty participation across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it would be.
Alrighty. So how's everybody? Does anybody else have any more bounty comments? No.
I guess get your defense points. Make sure you do that. That's extra 1,000.
Yeah. I think that's people have figured that out a while ago. It's
I thought it was 800 last time. Was it not?
per hit, and if they do, somebody does 25% damage, and they hit you, and they take 10% damage, you get 400. So you do have the potential for the maximum of actually 2,000 as opposed to 1,000.
Oh,
But that's a whole different thing. I'm taking a quick peek to see if no updates on next week or the September calendar. Is there anything else anybody else would like to talk about? Because there's a lot of things going on in this game.
What do you think about the new hull coming out in Bounty, the 45K one? You guys like it or no?
Yeah. If anybody else has any more comments on it? I haven't looked at it.
For me, it's not really.
What was the question?
The new hull coming out, the top prize in the Bounty.
Oh shit, I'm skipping that.
Looked at it.
I'm going for the turrets.
Yeah. I think most people are.
Yeah, I'm not.
Not too sure then, I guess. That's all.
We have a raid because, last week we had the PVE, or I'm sorry, DXP targets. The week before that we had the raid.
So busy.
Next week we have a raid. That's fascinating. That's the first time I think we've ever had this much grinding in a month period of time.
Yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, too much grinding all at once. I've talked to people and they're like, is it ever going to end? When can we get a break?
Same here. It's just, geez, just too much. It's like you got to spend, multiple hours on the game a day just to do everything that they expect. It seems like.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. By the time the raid comes next week, we'll have had 4 weekends of events. Raid, VXP, Bounty, Raid, plus 7 TLCs and 2 Forsaken missions in a month.
The fleets are black and blue.
Inflation and the points required for the FF.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, it's too much. I mean, we all have our own jobs that we get paid at. We don't need more work at the job we pay to do.
Yeah. Very true.
So what's next?
Well, I'm still waiting for the update to occur. Not the update, but the forum post that gives us what's going to happen over the next month. In more greater detail over the next week. That may not happen until 9, but I would expect it to happen today. So we're not going to be on until 9. So.
Well, they also didn't do a show today, right?
I was just going to ask that because if they did, I missed it.
Yeah, I think they said that they weren't doing a show today, so they might not put it out today.
He's still got the next week's stuff listed as coming out today, but he did change to no show in the week ahead thing.
Yeah, the week ahead thing, I mean, they could have done that yesterday. They could have done that 2 weeks ago. It would still be the same. So I would still expect it to show up personally.
He does actually have it listed in last week's next week. It says Battle Pirates next week is supposed to be coming out today, so who knows?
Yeah. Because we only had one monthly calendar. I was just assuming, since it's August 31st, that they would give us the September calendar today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Battle Pirates next week is coming to according to Laredo. What about the September calendar? Is this, the 30 days into the future? Because that one was pretty cool as well. I mean, I like that. I think we pretty much know, besides the fact that they're going to have a show or not. Well, and because let me see, right now we're going to get into next week's raids. We're not having TLCs, so that's pretty simple.
Well, we hope we don't have TLCs. We had one last time.
We had that one, but yeah, that was for locals that weren't in.
That's true.
Yeah.
I totally forgot to even do it. Hell, I haven't done any of the other TLCs. I haven't even started my FM.
I've been doing the FM because my fun is to try and figure out how I can get my lowest repair. My lowest repair I still haven't been able to duplicate was not the total repair, because I've been that's a different thing. Total repair is different than like break it down and repair it, because if you take too much damage on your Greta, things change. My lowest total repair was 6 seconds. And that was damage on the Greta. It was 5 minutes and 6 seconds, and all the rest of them was below 5.
You're going in and out. I can barely understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I don't know if it's your mic or...
Is everybody having that issue?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what's going on, but I was just saying that my amusement associated with the FM is trying to get my best break it down in the base repair time. And the best I've gotten to is 6 seconds. And the 6 seconds is on the Greta. Everything else is below 5 minutes. And but I haven't been able to replicate that. I mean,
what target?
120.
Oh.
And so I had 5 minutes and 6 seconds on my Greta. The rest of them were below 5 minutes. And it was, but I haven't got to that again. I mean, my next best one was 40 seconds. And I've had several under a minute, but it's been a fun little exercise. Are we ready? Okay. Go ahead.
Who here besides me feels OP11 is coming out, the update right after the raid?
Feels a little close.
I'm sorry, what?
It feels a little bit too soon at that point. I would expect a couple of months from now, unless they're just being complete idiots and releasing, we get to all the tier 7 tech and then they make it irrelevant again.
Mm.
I don't know.
I mean,
Yeah, I guess around Christmas time.
the reason I'm thinking it is because the way they've been pushing the 1 day or the structure build tokens, and with the upgrade the dock and everything at half cost. And I don't know about you, but a lot of my ally has had the special offers, upgrade everything for like $15. The dock, the Labs, the OP, all for $15.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not sure the reasoning behind it, but they're also haven't released until next bounty. They haven't released the last Tier 7 Defender. I don't know. I mean, they do a lot of things that surprise us. It don't seem to make sense, but
I don't know. I hope they get a grip on this game soon and make it fun again. You know, and the skirmish raid cycle is very crucial for them to retain players, I feel.
yeah. I mean, a lot of things have been going on that appears to be crucial. I mean, they just had a change in management, so I'm not sure how that impacts everything. But I'm not sure if the skirmish cycle, I can see part of that because they changed the format of it. That's not great. I mean, everybody was like, we're getting a 4-month cycle, and because of the 4-month cycle, we're having these changes associated with the FM. Now, after one 4-month cycle, they're like, oh, screw it, we're not doing that anymore. And not really explaining why, besides able to give us more content. And I'm like, everybody's like, okay, yeah, that's what we needed. We needed more stuff. And, yeah. All right.
I mean, I know lower levels are struggling on builds because, you know, just to even try to get caught up a little.
Yeah.
I've been playing with my alt a little bit, and it's like, forget it.
Yes.
It's impossible.
No, I think they should get rid of some of the older stuff that they have out there. Nobody has it anymore, the older players. And newer players, it really doesn't have a use. So why don't you put some of this stuff that you've recently got in there?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, not like the most recent stuff, but like last month's, you know, and you can research that, and then you can get that, and then you can actually do something in the game. I mean, you're not going to do much with Seawolves right now, you know. So I could just imagine starting over. I mean,
yeah. That alt I have cannot get uranium. Forget it.
Yeah.
And it's even hard if somebody preps it.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
forget about it. Ain't happening.
Yeah, and that's one of the key things the lower levels need is the uranium.
Right.
Exactly.
Even if it's prepped, someone can prep it for them. What good does it do if they can't finish killing it?
You can go in with 4 kudas in 4 different directions so that you can avoid the gluts, but the mortars from the gluts, but still it's like, holy crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Too hard.
I mean,
That's a different topic, I think.
Yeah, it definitely seems like a game for the older player. It doesn't seem like it's a game for a new player to come into.
I guess that's the point, right? It's like,
Yeah.
if you haven't been playing it for a long time.
Unless you're rich.
Right. To be prepared to really spend a lot of money.
Yeah, a lot of money. Or you got a buddy, you know, alt or whatever that's going to prep everything for you, and then then you'd be okay as long as you got 2 computers.
Mm-hmm.
It used to be easier back in the day.
Yeah, and that's, you know, we talk about balance, but I don't know what balance looks like, to be honest. I don't know if has it ever really been balanced?
Uh-huh.
Is there a time in the game's history where somebody can say that the game was balanced?
It was.
I have no idea what it looks like.
At one point.
I don't know. I'm all for it.
Yeah. No, me too. It seems like if you don't keep up nowadays, it don't take long to get behind, and then once you're behind, it's a struggle to get back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why you gotta keep up with these bounties and grind the FM. But it's not fun. It used to be fun.
Yeah.
It's more of an addiction, I guess.
Well, I think it purely
People
is.
you know on the game, it's like, okay, cool. He's playing. I guess I'm gonna play, or she's playing. I'm gonna play. This makes it more fun. It's not the game necessarily. It's the people on the game. I'm glad they have that.
Yes. The people are what make the game fun.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
I mean, you know, the comms banner, and
Mm-hmm.
you know, I mean, it gets me when people get all nasty in comms.
Oh, no. Some
Because
people.
they got hit. It's like over a game.
Yeah. Well, some people probably spend a lot more money than others. I could see where they could get nasty, but hey, it's their own fault. You didn't have to do that.
And that's another thing. I spent some coin. I'm not a huge coiner or anything, you know. I would be if it was fun, but I haven't added gold on my account since the first Manicore raid. Because I don't agree with the style of the raid. You know, you give us...
I had problems with that one, the first one. After that, it was all good. I had my fleet built, but the first one, I wasn't prepared. It definitely left me hurting, but
yeah,
didn't do much of it.
Yeah, the first one I had 2 mana cores, complete build. Couldn't do any of the targets with them.
Yeah. That's like what I had. It was worthless. It was costing me more than it was worth, so I just gave up. Didn't even participate early in it. Maybe got 2K, whatever. And the second and third were really good because I actually had my fleets set, and you know, there's a lot more knowledge out there how to do it. Helped out a lot. So this next one's probably going to be a breeze. So whenever we're getting this new hull for this next raid cycle, does anybody know anything about that? Did we get this in this TLC?
Next week in the raid. Yep, next week in the raid.
Oh, it's in the raid? Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Any names or visuals on that?
Bat Ray, Devil's Tail, I think is the name of the halls.
What is it? Devil's
Tail, I think. Or Razor Tail.
Yeah, no,
Razor Tail, yeah, that's it. I haven't seen anything yet, but
yeah, cool. Nice. Good. About time, you know. It's too bad they didn't give it to us a little bit earlier so we could be a little more prepared. I mean, the raid's this week, right? And coming up.
Well, this raid.
Yeah, go ahead.
Assault.
Oh yeah, this raid is Manicores, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, and the next one is the new hull. Right. Okay.
Yep.
And I'm hoping George posts the raid or build for the Skirmisher Hall so I can steal it.
I'm gonna try. I mean, it is trying to figure that stuff out is still kind of like the fun part of the game, but there's not much else that's pulling me to the game. So I'm kind of, I mean, I'll be honest, I'm falling behind on some stuff because it's like I don't get on at all anymore. I mean,
same here. I play like during the major events, like Bounty and the Raid and the FM, and then that's about it. It's not as fun as it used to be. It's too bad. It really is too bad because I still love the game, but I used to have a lot more passion for it and play a lot more. It is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, but which one would you, I mean, as far as solutions go, a lot of people have put the solution of making them raid every other month and bounty every other month. I
Yeah,
mean, it seems like from some of the surveys, like the TFC has done, it seems like a lot of players, as far as the PvP stuff goes, and the way that some people want the bounty to go, would rather just bounty go away.
You know what? As much as I've loved bounty, and I have enjoyed being able to do PvP and have a reason for it. But I would not bat an eye if they just got rid of bounty, because it's a freaking abomination right now.
No, I guess I wouldn't care much either if they got rid of bounty.
All right. I don't think it's fun at all, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's just too much. It's just another thing. I mean, the raid was enough, and then VXP weekend, and
ooh, actually, you know what? Laredo just pointed out something I completely forgot about this, and I should have remembered. See, again, I'm falling behind here. Both halls are actually in the raid, so we're gonna actually be able to choose which one we want to use. And the way that it's set up is allegedly both of them will be able to be built as either auto hulls or skill hulls. So we'll see. The only problem is the way that they said, and the way that they had talked last week on the show. It sounded like there was going to be a quote unquote reward if you build both of the fleets, which really annoys the shit out of me. But
yeah, the reward is.
They also said you needed deployments, right?
What's that?
They also said you needed deployments. They also, they explicitly wrote in there that you would need a coin to have both. Because one of the unknown in building a raid fleet is how many time limited campaigns are going to be presented to you prior to when you need to use it.
I have a feeling that you're going to have to coin just to get one of the fleets out, let alone both.
Yeah, I'm talking about during the whole raid cycle. Yeah. To get both of them out, and then there's going to be the Proto Apollo.
Oh no, that was a bad word.
Did they ever address the whole timing of the raids and stuff? Is the next cycle going to be just 2 months, or is it 3 months, or what are they going to they say?
Well, yeah, it said it's going to be 3 months.
Okay.
With 2 hulls. And then lateral weapons, not escalation weapons.
Yeah, this is just
gutsies.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here.
Yeah, boys, we'll be killing a lot of shit.
Yeah. And then we're also supposed to have the the refactor, which is going to happen, I don't think next month, but potentially the following month. Yeah.
It's supposed to be October.
Okay. So they've asked a lot, my thought is they've asked a lot of us to sort of trust them in their progression in the game. Because, even if we get to choose which hull and which weapon and which special we get for the next raid cycle, at this point in time, there's not been any information. Are we going to be able to see what the targets look like in order to make an informed decision?
No idea.
I would just take a guess off the FM. That's what I've been doing. I mean, what they're offering in there, I'd probably guess is what you're going to want on there. Just my guess. Don't you agree? No?
Well, we've gotten the armor, right?
The armor.
Yeah, I don't know about that special. I'm still.
You don't like that special?
I'm still not a fan yet. No.
And then you got the resistors and the.
Yeah, the resistors. That sucks. They only give it one at a time.
Well, two per. You get 2 a week. 2 a week. Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was one.
And then the battery, the Skirmisher battery, makes me wonder if it's going to be a sub for one of the ships.
Oh, that from the cloak.
They had, yeah, but in the forums they had hinted that there wasn't going to be a sub this time. And I mean, with as many skirmish damn TLCs that we have, I have no problem with no subs.
Yeah,
I would prefer no subs.
Me either.
Well, like I always told my wife, even from the day of the Predator, the only good sub is the kind you get from Subway.
Next VXP weekend may have a target to sneak peek.
Yes, but that's after the raid, after you're forced to make a decision. That completely doesn't make any sense. I mean, we need to know before we make a decision on which hull weapon special class, path we go down to see what the target looks like. This is
for them to have either hull available and then have either one be auto or skill. It kind of lends me to believe that no matter which one you're going with, it's going to be about the same damage or close. I don't know.
That's what they talk about. That's what they say. But I mean, who trusts them to? Yeah.
And the VXP won't be a raid target, so it's probably just going to be a sneak peek.
Yeah, but this is after the raid. After the raid. When we're forced to choose which way we want to go. Yeah.
This is true.
Cafe,
but I mean, that first week we're going to build blanks anyway, so.
Yeah, but at that point that you got your week bump ahead, or potentially 2 weeks ahead bump ahead as far as builds. So if you've chosen the wrong one because you have no idea what's going on,
but that's what I'm saying. Why are you assuming there's a wrong one?
Because every time they've done this, there has been a wrong one.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, whether
I don't know that they've tried
Phoenix, Skyfire,
right, but
which is one, and Cannoneer, Ironclad. There's always been a wrong choice based on
but the thing is,
production of the targets.
Both of these hulls can be built either auto or skill. They've not done this before. That's what I'm saying. For them to do it like this tells me that they're trying to do like just a base balance, which might be easier to to code, but might make for kind of lame targets. I don't know. We'll see.
No, they need to provide something prior. They want us to make a blind choice, and whatever. Okay, well, if they showed you the target tomorrow, it still wouldn't help you choose a target, haul or build layoff. The target is an array target. Okay, that agrees with my point as far as they want you to make a choice between the two. We need to know what we're fighting. We can't just be like, I want this one.
I think an easier, hold on. I think an easier description would be this: because the targets are so specific and the builds are so niche now, you kind of need to know where you're going before you start building, right? That's what you're trying to say.
We hope.
Yeah, because we've seen so many failures associated with, because let's take the Phoenix Skyfire through how it worked out. At first, the Phoenix was obviously dominant over the Skyfire. And this is when they had shared targets. It wasn't the point in time where you had one target for this and one target for that.
Right.
So the Phoenix ruled for the first 2 months. And then the last couple of months, the Skyfire ruled. Like, you couldn't do the targets in order to get the
I think that was just the last month.
It was 4 months, but the 106... Well, as far as when the Skyfire was dominant?
The second to last one had the Rudolph that the Skyfire couldn't do. So then the last month they went with that crazy-ass driving friggin' thing, which you could do with the Phoenix. It was just a pain in the ass.
You had to rely on shock.
Well, you kind of had to rely on that island.
No, island. Yeah.
Yeah, that was. I was so pissed trying to figure that one out, man. And then I got the video, and then I got all sorts of hate mail, like, "Oh, we can't drive like that." And well, I mean, dude, I put it out to help. I'm sorry. I didn't make the target. You know?
But that's sort of the point. You know, we don't know what the targets look like. We don't know the mechanics, and they're going to ask us a choice, you know, to make a choice.
Mhm.
So, I mean, I don't know, you know.
Yeah, it's a
It's sort
gamble.
of scary
Yeah.
with them just saying, yes, you're going to be able to figure it out. You know, you're going to do the same in both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, kind of remember like back like there's a couple like raids ago, like not a couple, like maybe like 5 or so, but where you could pick a faction, like you could either pick Greta or you could pick the Harlock, and you did better in like one area or the other. It's kind of like that. It almost seems like you got to pick one or the other. You just take a guess and cross your fingers. Do you remember that? Where you pick like the badge and then that's what you got, or that's what you didn't? No? Okay. Lost guys. Where we die.
I mean, I'm going through some of my mail, and I've got 4 messages asking if the cryo adder is broken. Because it's 2-shot in some people's fleets. Like they're going in and they don't, you know, they didn't catch the cryo adder in one of the, you know, in the base or on the island or whatever. And yeah, it will 2-shot. If you don't have flexion guys, it will 2-shot your hull. Absolutely. Because it's doing, depending on how they have it set up, it can do, where is it? 499,274 with siege battery on. So it's a multi-shot of what, 5? So it's like what? It's in reality, it's 250,000 by 5, right? 250. That's 1.2 million, 1.25 million times 2 shots. That brings you up to 2.5 mil. Yeah. No bueno. No bueno. They really should have released an armor or something.
It'll be coming. I'll do something.
But yeah, I'm not sure why. I mean, yeah, there's a couple people just really frustrated. I mean, because it is multi-shot, so all 5 of those come popping out.
I got 3 of them right at the beginning, and it's all over before they even get there. It's pretty funny.
Oh, not funny. It's really depressing, actually.
Yeah, something that simple, you know.
I mean, you got a tier 7 hull, and it can't take 2 shots from a turret. And that's not even counting the dot. That's just the shots from the turret. I mean,
you got
talk about, I mean, that's a standalone turret right there, but now we're on the opposite end of the spectrum here. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. No, it seems like to be like a pendulum thing. It's like one way or the other. It's like either the fleets are kicking the shit out of your base, or your base is kicking the shit out of your fleets. Like I said, nice if it was like mutual, like where you actually had a little bit of each. If you had the right thing, you can get in. If you have the right base, you can keep them out.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Corey? You awake?
Who is? Who isn't?
Corey.
Wait, hello?
Hey, what's up?
Nothing left.
Make sure you're awake over there.
I mean, players are pissed off. Wow.
Did you get into bounty or what?
Yeah, I'm playing.
Nice.
I sat down. I watched a movie last night, and I was hitting or autoing some friggin' map bases. I'd go in just see if they have any new turrets. If not, off it goes.
Yeah,
it's really interesting, but it's really kind of depressing, honestly.
I definitely like some of them, Terrence. What do you think about the Cerberus, the rockets there? What do you think about those guys? Short range.
They could be an interesting addition.
Yeah. Make somebody stop, take some damage.
They could definitely put a hurting on somebody if they don't have.
I haven't looked.
They don't got the right deflections.
What's
105, I think.
Huh?
105, I think.
Oh, so you can get 115 if you wanted.
Yeah, but then you're losing.
A lot of, yeah.
Yep. Let's see.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, do we have much else to say?
Not much. I'm trying to do the. Oops. So if you put that on for the range, do you lose? You lose
10%, right?
10%, is it?
The DDR. What's up, Pepe? You want to go do some more bounty or what?
No, I'm just trying to figure out if we have much else to say, on the live broadcast. They haven't released much, as far as might be 9 o'clock by the time we get Battle Pirates next week.
Yeah, it's a bummer.
And, I don't want to wait for
You're
that.
going to post that on the page?
Yeah, they can go to the forums, even though they did make the change that if people that were in the forums that have been banned from the forums, for 3 days you were able to act normal. You weren't able to post, but you're able to do stuff normally.
I wasn't.
Well, for me it was, and then it went away. It went away yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
if you use the one that gives you the negative 10% over the regular ATT, you go from
the
2.8. Yeah, you go from 2.8 million or 2.9 million to 1.9 million. So you lose $1 million in damage just going from one transformer to the other.
I think you lose more damage though with that one, right?
That's what I just said. You go from 2.9 million to 1.9 million, roughly. So just switching that transformer, you lose $1 million damage.
Hey, Jordy.
How are you doing? I don't know if you mentioned it. I've been kind of busy, so I've been skipping in and out of the show. But there was another post added on to the raid description telling you prizes that were potentially earmarked to be in the September raid that were already offered in bounty.
Oh yeah, I posted that on the bacon page.
Yeah,
the bacon page.
Bacon page.
The bacon page.
That might save people.
Page. I like bacon.
It's the old BV page.
Okay.
Yeah, there was 3 of them, I think. Let me see if I can find it. It was the CMCR reloader, the Siege Battery 4, and the Advanced Concussive Payload. That's what was slated to appear next week in the raid, subject to change.
Yeah. But it gives people a chance to make an informed decision, doesn't it?
Yep.
It's quite a good move on that.
Yeah. I posted that last night because I was like, I mean, they're not, Siege Battery 4, I would hope everyone has that already, but if not, the CMCR reloader I'm kind of about, so I'd probably skip that in bounty anyway. And Advanced Concussive Payload I already had, so.
Was the reloader in the last bounty? Sounds familiar.
The CMCR?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
the other
so.
one was.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, that came out with the Curator.
Yeah. Okay. I thought so. Pretty cheap though, 5K. Not bad, right? Is it 5 or 10? It's 5. That's a good deal.
Yeah, because it'll probably be like 30 million raid points.
Yeah, might as well take the 5K. What's everybody shooting for on for bounty? I'm shooting for 75K. That's what I want. 75K.
I need about 110K, I believe.
Oh, geez, you want it all.
I'm not worried about the ship. I just want the weapon, the special, and then the turrets.
Turns, yeah. Yeah, I don't need all the turns. I like to get the ship. What about you, George?
Whatever I can get at this point. I'm just kind of putzing along.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably going to skip the ship because I want the turrets.
Yeah. Oh, I hear you. A lot better off with it.
I'm with you, George.
Yeah.
I haven't got the time this weekend, so I'll be focusing on the turret.
Yeah, the grind. What about you, Mike?
Probably the same. Turrets if I can get them.
Yeah, turrets.
Just so everyone knows, with this Chrome update coming up in the Flash player interaction, Kickside just posted on forums a workaround on that, I guess you'd say, where you don't have to enable Flash every single time.
Mm-hmm.
They come up with a way to, I don't know, a way around it. Which for people like me that are not tech savvy will work out great. I mean,
what are you going for, Benjamin? How many points you got?
Right now I'm at 32K in points.
Nice, dude.
I'm just doing it with 2 onslaughts, hitting NPCs.
Yeah.
You know,
So on opponent basis, or are you doing regular?
Your opponents.
Yeah, no, that's what I've been doing.
And I'm just going for the weapon and the special for the ship. I'm not getting the ship.
Sure, you're gonna get the ship.
Turrets.
Yeah, you're gonna get the ship though, right?
No, I'm not worried about that ship.
You're gonna get the weapon and the special, but you're not gonna get the ship.
Yeah, because that weapon and special will work great on a Kingdom Red.
Well, a lot of things. Yep, it's very true. Cool.
And you? What are you going for?
I'm gonna go for the ship. I got most of the turrets from the raid and from.
Did you just say turrets?
Keep on saying it, Raptor. Don't let him change your mind.
No, I'm just gonna go
Keep
for
on
the
saying
ship.
turrets.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Turrets, and that's about it. Just I want 75K if possible. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I just want the turrets. You know, I don't.
Yeah.
You know,
can you guys add up? Can you guys actually add that high? Turrets. Jeez.
What's that, George?
Jeez. Turrets. Oh, Lord.
No, I didn't hear what.
Never mind. I was making jokes.
I'm not sure.
You didn't follow
I'm
on
not
that
sure.
one.
I'm not sure at this point who's trolling who.
I think it's Canadian.
Where's my base?
I don't troll. I'm an angel.
I can continue to go and not have to worry about getting my shit tucked in.
Put a gunboat guard on. There you go.
I don't think you're in the same sector as us.
Who? Me? Oh.
Yeah. Well, you can move.
Okay. Right. There's a new post. In preparation for the new Chrome update, our engineers have developed a Chrome plugin that automatically enables Flash on your behalf when you try to play Battle Pirates. To install this plugin, head to kickside.com/Chrome plugin. The link will take you to the plugin page on the Google Play Store. Select Add to Chrome once you're there. Once installed, a unicorn icon will appear next to your browser URL bar. Click this icon. Choose to play Battle Pirates, navigate into the game in the way you would automatically enable Flash. It allows you to play without having to manually adjust your settings every time. Prefer to play on Facebook instead of Kickstarter.com because there's a lot of reasons too. In the Chrome settings that are, So this works if you play on Kickstarter.com, which doesn't allow, you playing on Kickstarter doesn't allow you to have officers, doesn't allow you to use the BP app, but you can update your Chrome settings. They need to get some of this shit sorted.
It's almost like when you choose your platform, you choose a faction. You get different bonuses on each one, don't
you? Yeah.
Not so good on Kong, where you get the Kong Marauder.
What's a Marauder?
Base level ship. Entry level.
Entry level, yes. It came in multiple colors. It came in red and gold and whatnot, but yeah.
No blue
the Kong one was red, and he got some like 5% protection on a couple of things.
Oh, wow. Make sure everybody hits their bounty thing right now, logs on, because they get the extra 800.
Well, yeah, you got 6 hours to do it.
Well, I don't know. I haven't been on. I just logged on real quick. Like, oh, cool. Hey, you know what? Another option I love about this, like the bounty thing, is like how you can repair 2 different fleets at one time.
Yes.
Or split your fleet. What I'd like to do, like if I fuck up in some way, like is split your fleet and then repair your ships independently. So
it's just cool because you can like do your FM fleet and you can do your bounty fleet. It's awesome.
It should be like that all the time.
Exactly, Mike.
Yes.
A Conqueror shipyard and a regular shipyard.
I think like one of the bounties, couldn't you do like 2 like different fleets, like PvP fleets? Can you do 2 at a time plus a PvE or no?
No.
I don't remember.
Oh, it's just always been one of each. Okay.
No, you can do 2 PvPs at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But you can't do 2 PvEs.
Oh, okay. So you can only just do 2 fleets at a time.
No, well, to be more exact, you can do 2 conquerors. You can't. You do 2 conquerors. You can't do
and then like an MSC fleet, and like do like a regular like a dragon fleet. You can't do that. You can only do a dragon fleet and the MSC.
Your base guard counts as a PvE fleet because the defenders don't get the.
No, I just don't play enough. I don't play enough lately. And it's like moving so fast that it's just hard to keep up with it. And it really is. I try to.
I just don't got the time to do. I mean, it ain't happening.
It just moves too fast. I can't do it. I can't. I'm doing overtime, at work, and just come home.
It's not that. I don't know that it moves too fast. It's just that they're asking for a massive time, requirement from us. I mean, this bounty's not. It's not a hey, I'm going to go in and play a couple hours and hit some bases and coin my fleets on the map and just keep on bagging away. It's grind. That's how it's supposed to be. And then on top of that, we have a 6-day raid coming up. So I'm going to have to pick where I'm going to spend my time, and it's going to be the raid, not bounty.
Well, then you got the FM going at the same time. It's like, goddamn, like you just said earlier, you didn't even start your FM yet. It's like, damn.
But I auto mine.
Your FM and the bounty. It's like, and the TLCs. You got TLCs going on too. Like,
this is one of the things that, or the reasons that I try and find an auto fleet that works for everything, because
that's exactly.
I just can't. There are times when
you can ask Cafe. He'll tell you.
there are times when you just don't have the time. There are times when you just don't have the time, and you want to just get your stuff done so you can actually play a little bit. And
Yeah,
there
you
it
take
is.
more damage, but I don't have time for that.
Well,
Guys,
you might take more damage, but I do pretty good in the FM on auto.
It didn't used to be like that. It used to be able to do multiple things. Now you do multiple things. You're repairing for a couple days. Oh, not trying to bitch. I do love the game. I go on every day. Pain in the butt.
I don't even think I go on it every day.
Right?
All right, we got much else for the. I'm gonna post the link in case everybody would like to join. We're trying to figure out, when we run out of content.
I mean, I think we've said it all. The bounty's screwed. It's not PvP. 12 days of grinding. No one's really happy, and players are coming to the sudden conclusion in a bad way that, those new turrets are going to kill anything that isn't a witch doctor really quickly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Fun, balanced game. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Great designers, yeah. So,
Thank you.
good choices.
All right, ladies. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I posted the link in case everybody would like to join us. And hope to see you on Wednesday, where I'm hoping we'll have a better path forward. And I'm not sure why George wants people to join Laredo, but these things are.
I'm telling Laredo's ass to get into the after show.
Oh, okay. I thought you were telling other people to join Laredo. So yeah. I
mean, they can do that too if they want. I mean, he's a nice guy.
I'm not sure how that works out, but Laredo joining is difficult at best. So all right, everybody. The link has been posted, and we will see you on Wednesday.
Yep. Have a good night. Good luck. Have fun. Enjoy.
Night all.
Go grind.
Have a good